I wasn't talking yet. But hello, everybody! It's Pop Tart Snake. You can call me Snake.
And I'm Sean the Kid 1979. You can just call me Sean.
And, well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to start this, but, so, the 80th anniversary of Thomas's Tank Engine is coming up.
Well, if this is uploaded, tomorrow, it's today when you're watching this.
Yes, but okay, us recording,
As of recording, it's tomorrow.
as a recording tomorrow, as when it's up, it's probably the day of.
Right. Yeah.
But Mattel has released the original Down the Mines pilot. And
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that pretty much. Because Thomas was kind of a big part of both our childhoods.
A bit. a bit of an absolutely colossal part of mine. Maybe was obsessed with it until the age of 11 and have yet to forget the knowledge that I gained.
But yeah, we both have the pilot pulled up on both our ends. So do you want to start?
Yep.
We start talking about it.
Yes, let's start talking about it. 3, 2, 1, play. And yours is your audio muted?
What? Oh.
Is the audio for the pilot muted? Because I just paused it.
Yeah, it's muted. Why?
Okay. Just like the first thing I noticed off the bat, this is entirely unrelated to like the actual plots of the episode, which we know it's just down the mine.
Yeah.
Well, no. First things first. This shot of Sir Topham Hatt, like, and I'm before like the episode has even started. I'm assuming you have a pause.
Yep.
Okay. So like this behind the scenes shot of like the Sir Topham Hatt silhouette on a stick. Yeah. I thought forever, or for a very long time, that shot in the original Down the Mine episode was just effectively somebody pretty much holding like you
figure.
would hold the wooden railway figure. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I think that's what I thought too.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, the illusion is shattered slightly, but honestly, I see why they did that, because it's a way better way to do that effect.
Yeah, I can see that looks better.
and also, like, this design of Thomas's face, we would see this design pop up slightly different, but Thomas is, like, already 95% of the way there.
Yep, and then there's Gordon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play it. And then the next thing I'm gonna point out, this is still before we get into the actual plot of the episode. You know how Gordon comes in pulling that train of trucks?
Yeah.
Now obviously there's the hand at the back of shot, but that boxcar or van in the middle of that train, that shows up in Thomas and the Trucks. Like not like a van that looks very similar to it. It's the same van.
Yeah, didn't most of these trucks or cars, whatever you want to call them, in the van get used?
I can't tell if they have faces. I don't think they do.
Well, remember in season 1 faces, they only had eyes.
No, they do have. There's a shot in Thomas and the Trucks of the front of one where you do see like a little mouth at the bottom, like right on the frame.
Yeah, but they're mostly just eyes in season 1. Season 2, they get the iconic faces.
We didn't get those till season 2, but again, already seeing most of the DNA of the series. I mean, look at this bridge back here. It's got like smoke stains.
Yeah. They were already so focused on detail for just the pilot, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'm 26 seconds in.
I'm 20.
Right, but there's smoke stains on this overhead bridge, which realistically, if it was a real railway, there would be.
True.
Like, that's so cool.
He really is.
The following is a reconstruction of the previously unseen tests using film elements found in Mattel's archives. And of course, told by Ringo Starr, which I think he's just reading the original story. Now, this shot, Thomas just sitting at Lower Tidmouth, this opening shot. Did we see this angle in season 1?
I don't think.
Well,
I think
yeah,
in the
but
pilot they played a little bit more with the camera angles.
Yeah, no, they definitely did, but then, you gotta film, like, there's a lot more attention to detail in terms of cinematography in the pilot than there is for the rest of season 1, but you see some stuff from the rest of the series that would come in a very particular shot that we will get to, which is closer to the middle or the end of the episode. But this, this opening shot, also I've just noticed this, even though I've watched the pilot like 6-7 times now. If you look at Lower Tidmouth, where where like the platform ends on the right side of the screen, this is very clearly just a fucking craft table now.
Yeah. It just kind of looks like wood.
I never noticed the dude reading the newspaper.
Is it bad that I thought that was some birds?
No, like, and there's like a workman checking over Thomas's wheel. Now, Thomas's running board design just kind of looks like the Lionel, like the O-Gauge Lionel model. Now I have that. I'm not digging it out for this, but
fair.
Annie and Clarabelle, in terms of shape, look exactly the same.
I think it was Unlucky Tug said they are the exact same model from the actual show.
Like they might have like a different face, but they're like just the same model.
They use different. They use oddly enough they use different faces in here, but yeah, the models are the exact same.
This. Excuse me, I had long johns for dinner, so that's coming back to bite me. Not really.
Don't need to announce that, but okay.
I think the faces in the Down the Mine pilot that we would get later, specifically for Annie, would become the basis for all of the merchandise going down, because like for like decades, Annie had like that circle mouth thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I'm remembering the merchandise correctly, then yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the wooden railway ones, like Annie's face on the wooden railway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the face on all the merchandise for, I think, until 2012. I want to say, but we're 43 seconds in. I don't know how long we've been going, but we've been going for a while.
We're already at like almost 9 minutes.
Nice.
And we're not even a minute in the pilot. We're already talking.
So Gordon, oh boy. So Gordon has just pulled in. I am 52 seconds in.
The face.
I'm going. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let this play till I get a better shot. Now Thomas. Okay, pause it at 55 seconds. That's basically the exact version of that face we did in the show.
Oh yeah, that's the exact same, pretty much.
Like that's great. Like they might have made it again, but that is the same face.
Same face, but I think it might have used a slightly different material because it looks like it looks slightly differently colored.
Yeah.
At least to me, but that might just be the way they made it. Like they,
Yeah. So Thomas just like very, like they, like 95% with the body shell. It may very well be the same body shell in season 1. I don't think it is. But it looks.
I think the model is slightly different because remember they did use some of the pilot's footage in the actual episode.
Yeah, no, and we'll get to that, and that I think that's the only piece of footage from the pilot that isn't remastered in this video, and it's slightly jarring because we're looking at this in 4K or 1080p, and it looks brilliant. Like, you can look at Thomas's running board. Like, you can see the paint strokes.
Heck, if you
And, like,
if you look at part of like his model, you can like even the blue, you can see some paint marks on it, big brushes.
yeah, but you can see the brush strokes. It's insane.
True.
So let's see. Okay, 59 seconds in.
Oh, Gordon's face. Why his face kind of looks like a pancake. Like it's flat.
Yeah, no, both of their faces are much flatter. Which, like, if you look at the Railway Series illustrations, at the very least, up until I don't know, because I never actually read the Railway Series all the way through, but certainly in the era of the books that this episode is adapting from, if you look at the front of the engines, it is pretty much just flat.
Yeah.
In the drawing of the faces in the Railway Series. So here they've got a little bit more depth. I don't know if they were intentionally trying to replicate that, or like going out of their way to make the faces stick as little out from the models as possible. I don't know, but Gordon's face, I mean, his nose looks right, the overall design of his cheeks look right, but his expression here, if you remove the eyebrows, I'm going to say this like a church mother. He looks a little slow.
Oh my lord. I also heard, like, I don't know if this is true. I think it's true. I have to relook at the original Gordon's model. I think isn't his running board like a lot more slanted?
Oh yeah, no, his running board's like fucking deep. Like, I'm looking at the pilot, and I can tell just from this frame, his running board is deep. The two black things, I think they're his frames.
Yeah, I went a little forward to get a better view at it. Yeah, his running board is like way more slanted than I thought it was.
I'm at 59 seconds. So
yeah, I went up to 110 just to get a better view at his running board.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, again, like pretty much the exact Thomas face, the exact Damien Clarabelle. But yeah, no, like his. One of his buffers is slightly crooked. I think that goes on to be like a thing in season 1.
Yeah, his one buffer was a little crooked.
And I'm looking at 110. Like the outside of the wheels on his Bowie wheels looks way different. They're closer together than they should be, which kind of looks wrong.
Yeah.
Now the whole model looks a bit. It looks like a really good attempt at drawing Gordon from memory.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I, like, this might just be me, I don't think he has a whistle. No, he doesn't. The pilot model does not have a whistle, would you look at that? Or did not have a whistle. It's probably gone now. But...
yeah.
But Lower Tidmouth itself, the station itself, looks pretty much exactly the same. Down the Mine might have been the first episode they shot for the first season.
Oh, was it? Hang on.
It might be. I don't think it was. Now, this shot, I'm at 1:22.
Hang on, let me get there real quick.
This is straight up just from... just looking at it, it might be remastered slightly, but it looks like they used this in the original episode.
It does. But I don't remember in the episode, but it might be from it.
Yeah. Okay. 1:25. This guard is very tall and very skinny and has disproportionately short legs.
Yeah, that looks strange.
It looks really weird. It looks like his legs are about to, like, sort of fall over.
Kind of looks like somebody just took his like chest area, stretched it out, and like scrunched his legs together.
Yep.
And you can't even that.
But look at now these small scale models have always been less detailed than the close up models. But like just look at the detail on this dude. Like for a pilot for a show that they had a pretty good, confidence in it, obviously, because Britt Allcroft, I think, remortgaged her house for this. I'm just now. Oh no, that's not missing one.
I'm pretty sure she did. She remortgaged her house, I think. Yeah, for it. Yeah.
Yeah. If not for the pilot, definitely the first season.
Yeah.
But like, look at all the effort they put into this small scale dude. This is pure fucking David Mitton right there. Like, David Mitton did not half-ass anything if he could help it. I'm just getting a drink of water.
Fair. I'm gonna try to see if I can find. I swear they have like the production order of the episodes.
Okay, 1 minute and 27. You get it a little bit more with what I was talking about with Gordon's face. Do you see how he looks a little slow?
Yeah. On season.
Tyler?
Yeah?
You got slightly distracted. Minute 27 in the pilot.
Yeah.
I think I figured out what makes Gordon's face here make him look a little slow. And I know that's, politically incorrect to say, but his mouth open.
Oh, it is open.
His mouth is open.
I just realized it. Yeah, I think you pointed out. All I see is that it's open.
He looks like an idiot. Also, just noticed no brake van, or just brought up no brake van on his train.
SMH, no brake van, not accurate enough.
Who made this, nitrogen?
Who made this, the hit era?
Was at least the hit era, it was like, it kind of makes sense where, a character would just have one truck. I can understand not putting a brake van behind one truck. But, he's got 5 or 6 pieces of rolling stock here. He needs a brake van, so something tells me not a whole lot of research went into railway realism yet. Now Gordon's tender looks pretty much the same.
Yeah. Sorry, so I'm looking at the production, trying to find the production order of the episodes.
I'm just pulling that out of my ass. Because season 1, it was kind of shot, this day we're shooting this set, we're shooting everything that needs to go on this set. This day we're shooting this set, we're shooting everything that needs to go on this set. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I think later on they had a couple sets at a time.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right of that one.
Yeah.
I can't find the exact order for it being made. It just shows the episode order as production. It's just showing the production pictures for them. So it's showing Thomas and Gordon as the first episode. Oh.
Speaking of the production pictures, this whole pilot kind of feels like those promo shots that you would occasionally get in storybooks.
Yeah, kind of.
It looks like those put into motion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually have, funny enough, I have a I found some magazines of Thomas that I used to have. I think I told you about this in the past, but I found some of them. I found some of the some of the shots, promo pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the only way I saw season 12 as a kid, because I don't remember season 12 at all.
Yeah, well, no, I had a book, or no, I still have a book. It's in the basement. I can dig it out if I wanted to, but it's 11 in the evening, and I'm not fucking doing that. If we had, planned this for a week, if they didn't just surprise us with the fact that they were gonna drop this, like, a post went out on the 8th. It's just like, hey, we found the pilot. You're gonna see it tomorrow. So it's just like, oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, like, no, it's now very much thank you for releasing the pilot. It would have been nice to have a little bit more fucking notice. I'm being sarcastic, but
Look, if it was between us, if it was us getting this pilot and not getting it, I think I would rather just get it.
I'd rather I'd rather have it than not have it. Now I think this was going to come out eventually either way. Whether through Lost Media enthusiasts or, obviously the way it has come out through an official capacity. But, like, I think we were going to find, like, if not the whole thing, enough to reconstruct it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody probably would be like, today in this video, I broke into Mattel's vault to get the Thomas pilot.
If you can find the Thomas pilot, I will give you $100,000 because Mr. Beast gives a shit.
Mr. Beast is secretly a Thomas fan or something, I don't know.
That would be baller if we found that shit out. Now, Mr. Beast has associated with some. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. This fandom can.
Yeah, that's not. I thought about it. Let's not bring up some of those people.
We're not touching that because that's just gonna give us a bunch of shit.
Yeah, let's just stick to Dorky's episode discussions.
Yes. Now this shot from a minute and a half, not quite, but like a minute 34 up through, like, what I'm looking up at now, that's just shit from the original series. That's not from the pilot.
Yeah. If it's from the pilot, it'd be kind of funny though, because like that would mean like the pilot has the opening has had the Empire of the Pilot for a while then.
Yeah. Now we have like a really low quality alternate shot of what was probably the opening for the pilot. Now this shot of Knapford, it looks cool. It's not a visually interesting shot. It almost looks like one of the ruler pics, just really zoomed in. Minute 49 at, like, that just shot of the Knapford signal box.
I know, yep, it's catching up. Give it a sec.
Okay.
Oh look, it's the one shot that everybody knows is from the pilot.
Oh yeah, the one shot. I feel like this may have been the last thing shot for the pilot, because Knapford does look incredibly similar here.
Yeah.
To the final show. Now, what I will say about this shot is that it doesn't appear to be remastered, which means that this piece of film is with the rest of the original episode film reels.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell it's not remastered because the color isn't as sharp, the quality isn't as high, it kind of looks VHS-y.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah.
I don't know if this is one of the shots that was pulled from the old master when they went back and remastered season 1. I kind of wish they would remaster season 1, because something tells me that that season 1 and that, the film canisters with, season 1 to 7 in it, because they switched to digital afterwards. Something tells me that that stuff isn't gone. They just might not know where the fuck it is.
Not gonna lie, I really wish they did like a season 1 to 7, like, how to say this, like a full set of just for 7 seasons.
Like a box set, like call it the Mitten Years or something. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any physical media released this year.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, no, that's not true. I came across an All Engines Go DVD in Walmart a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Before you ask, no, I didn't buy it.
As you should. You shouldn't buy that.
No, like I saw the trailer for All Engines Go when it leaked. That was enough for me. I was just like, yep,
Sean, I was
they
saying
massacred my
I
boy.
was saying you're correct. That's why
And I thought,
you shouldn't buy it. No one should buy it.
and I thought Big World, Big Adventures was a bastardization. At least he looked like Thomas.
Yeah, it looked like Thomas, but now it's not Thomas. Now it's All Engines Go.
Yeah. But like those short, I call them the short express coaches. I know they're called the old coaches. I call them the short express coaches because that's just easier. But I feel like those are the exact models that went in to the show.
Yeah, I think a lot of the rolling stock's just the same from the actual show.
Yeah. So, but this shot again, the famous shot, the whole reason we knew this fucking thing existed for 40 years. This is the one shot. So, but it's not remastered. It's real, but that shot isn't remastered like the rest of the pilot. So
Yeah, they probably.
I don't know. Maybe for the 85th or the 90th, they'll finally go, all right, let's remaster all the film stuff and let's put it out on some form of physical media. Because physical media is slowly coming back in a niche way.
Honestly, I think I'm always gonna be. I will always prefer physical media over digitally owning it.
I just bought a bunch of CDs I bought a bunch of CDs in the last year, so
Yeah, it's just I like to have something like to physically show that I own it.
I like having it. I like holding it, and
Exactly.
I like that. Like if you store your DVDs, like DVDs are nowhere near as fragile as VHS. That's why they took it over. DVDs could potentially last up to 100 years.
Yeah.
Like I have season 1 on DVD. I brought it up from the basement today. I'm looking at the case. Those DVDs might outlast me.
Wait, Sean, you know what we gotta do now, right?
What?
We gotta watch it again.
Oh, I'm watching season 1 tomorrow.
Damn, I can't do that.
No, I totally invite you over. No, I had a thought. We could, you and I could create our own sub podcast just reviewing the whole show. But
that sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. So maybe over the summer we can do a couple videos like this because it's easier than getting you, me, and Cody together for Dorkies. But I'm gonna press play. I'm looking at the mine. This looks like it was shot yesterday.
It does. I like how they. I don't know how to say it. I like the
this.
I like the setup shots for it,
Yeah. Now you can clearly tell that the set just ends in a wall.
Yeah.
And that there's not a whole lot going on. It looks so good. It looks so good.
Yeah,
and it's obviously a much smaller set than we originally get in season 1.
Yeah.
But it looks so cool. It almost looks like Project Tiger Moth.
Almost, yeah.
Which is what tells you that film is inadvertently the single best format there ever has been, and likely ever will be, because you can always get just a little bit more out of film.
Oh yeah. Also, I kind of prefer how they did the crash in the pilot compared to the actual episode because
I know we'll get there. We will get there. Don't you worry. Caution, danger ahead. that shot of Thomas going by, does kind of show a little bit. These models were probably dog shit to work with.
What do you think? What do you think? What models do you think were worse, this or the Skarloey ones with running?
Probably these, because I think this, like the Skarloey ones had. I think the main problem with the season 4 Skarloey ones was that they had HO scale side rods on O scale wheels, and that doesn't work.
Yeah. As much as I love the season 4 models, I know they are very bad at running. Apparently.
Only like actually trying to use like props from the show as a model train would probably suck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, but like Thomas gets stuck on the points there a little bit. Like he stutters and moves. I also really don't like the design of the side rods. It's just a flat piece of silver.
Yeah. That you can really see it looks like a flat piece of silver, like in like this, like in the one shot where he's past, like in the split.
Oh, like at Knapford?
Yeah, Nafford, or if you pause it at like 210,
I'm at 210.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can really see at 210. It just looks like a solid like line of silver.
And also, it shows up real bad when Gordon shows up here in a couple of minutes, or like a minute.
Yep.
And it also really bothers me that they didn't bother to put the lining on his wheel arch for for the pilot. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like every other appearance I've seen him like that, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
It's a really weird, specific thing to get angry about. Like in a pilot that we know didn't have a whole lot of money behind it, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah. Are you ready for Thomas to go down the mine?
Oh yeah. Now, this shot, like this upcoming shot. Now, okay, hold on. Pause at like 2:15, and then press play and stop at like 2:16. There's like a second and a half shot. His eyes move really weird there. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to this model. Like I don't like they look animated. I know they're not, but they look animated.
And I'm gonna slow it down to see if I can get like a better view at it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Slowing it down. This looks very strange at like the speed I'm watching.
Did you slow it down to like the slowest speed?
Yeah,
possible?
just to get a good view at it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, but
like at 0.25.
Yeah, but you can really see it. Just looks kind of wonky with the eyes. Like not as I wouldn't say I don't know how to describe it. Not like very wonky like season 2.
As bad as that. It doesn't look as bad as that time they animated Purdy's eyes in that One Hit Era episode.
Oh gosh.
Like, yeah, you watched that Unlucky Tub video. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, no, slowed down, it doesn't look as animated. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look as animated, but it does.
Okay.
It still looks kind of a little wonky on it.
It looks slightly weird, but the model itself looks slightly weird because, like, the running board is like too wide. It looks like they used this shell or something very similar to the body shell, which covers the motor and the iMech and everything.
Yeah.
And then discarded the running board because it looks like Thomas's body shell put on a different chassis.
Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Engine must not pass this point. Nothing holding about that shot. Okay.
Are you ready for
2 minutes 22. His face looks really weird.
I gotta get to the right time to show him the weird face. Yeah, it looks kind of like they just CGI'd it on, or kind of.
Like, even though we know they didn't.
It looks like it.
Hear me
Might
out.
just be a lay-in thing, actually.
You know Thomas's pack scale model in, in Jack's debut episode?
Yeah.
It looks like a smaller version of that.
It does. It really does.
Like, let me Google Jack jumps in. You know what? Going to images.
And I can actually show you. I can actually share my screen. I can show you the one I have pulled up.
Yeah. I just pulled that. Oh, Christ. Thomas has Huggy Wuggy eyes in the picture I'm looking at.
I think we might be looking at the same one.
Hold on. Can I... Where is the share screen? Yes.
I can do it if it's easier on you, but... Nope, that's not the one I have, but it's very similar. It's very similar eyes, though. Here's the one. Here's the one I'm looking. Here's the one I'm looking at.
See, it doesn't look as bad there.
Yeah, on yours it looks worse, but on mine it looks slightly better.
It looks slightly edited on the one I was looking at. Ugh.
Is it weird that yours kind of looks like they took Oliver's face and put it on him?
Holy shit, it does. Okay, we got on a side tangent.
Oh god, yeah, we did, but it looks like they just took Oliver's face and slapped it on Thomas, kind of.
It's fucking freaky. Okay, so I'm past.
I found the one.
22.
Okay.
Yeah,
now we let Thomas go down the mine.
Yes, that 232. I think that's they used that in the final episode.
Yeah.
Just that shot. This is 234. I swear to God, we've never seen this shot before.
Yeah, I gotta get it to exactly 234. I don't think we saw this one yet. Yeah, I don't think this is one we saw.
I don't because Thomas's lining looks wrong. I think this is just from the remaster job. You can see that his windows aren't fully painted right.
Yeah.
So
you can see white in his window.
Yeah, this is a new shot, but this it shows that they nailed the look of the large scale people pretty quick.
Yep. Are you ready to go down the mine?
Now, here we go. Here we go.
Here's the moment we've all been waiting for. I like how they show the mine collapsing, though.
That is, that shot, that's your fucking David Mitten. That is,
yeah,
that is, a preview of the Mittenisms we would see in season 5. It's shot at a higher frame rate, then slowed down. It builds tension. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to show the mine collapsing before Thomas gets to it, because in the original Railway Series story, it's like he gets to that point of the track and then it caves in. Here it looks like it caved in beforehand, and Thomas just kind of stumbled into it like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, they should have they sure it could have been done a little better, story-wise. You probably should have had it more while he was on it than before, but it still looks very well done though.
which is why, like, in the final episode, I think in context, technically that works better. That being said, they should have put this shot in the final episode.
Yeah.
Like, because there's no models in it. No, like, you're using the same track probably. It's not it doesn't necessarily break continuity. So it like, just for the sake of how fucking cool it looks, it should have gone in the original pilot.
Yeah.
And I've just noticed there's like a plastic tube at 249. There's a plastic tube laying next to, like, there's 2 scrap wheels and some plants, and then there's like this plastic tube.
I just now noticed that too. I think it's because we were so focused on, like...
I know why. Hey, Tyler, I think I know why they didn't use this shot.
The tube.
Yeah, it's like I've seen this kind of plastic tube before. I just can't think of, like, it's that shit that looks like straws, but you don't want to drink out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those thick, rubbery, plastic, clear tubes.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
know why they didn't use this shot now.
Yeah.
Still looks cool.
Yeah.
See, and then this is very similar to the final episode where he just kind of goes in. I kind of like this angle a little bit more because he's, in the final episode, he's just kind of flat at like a flat 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Here he's at like a 45-degree angle, straight, but then there's also like an angle. Basically, he's leaning down at more than one angle here, and I think that looks cool. You can kind of see the steam escaping from his face, so that's slightly terrifying.
Yeah, then you can see the paper for Topham Hatt.
There's the Fat Man himself.
The Fat Man himself in the... I think we saw that one. What?
This looks... 3 minutes 11. This looks like the shot in the final episode, but this looks remastered.
See, the thing is, though, we know all the I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that all the close-ups for the humans in this episode, like in the actual episode, were used from the pilot.
So, but this looks remastered, as opposed, like it was remastered along with the rest of the pilot.
Yeah.
That might just be me.
No, I kind of see it.
Yeah. This is a different shot. Thomas's eyes are like at 2 different angles.
Yeah.
He's got a lazy eye at like 3 minutes 14.
He does. I'm sorry, sir. My eye went lazy.
Yeah. Apart from that, small scale human models look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not remastered. I can just tell from looking at it.
Yeah, that's not remastered. That's just the Topham Hatts.
That's just the Batman. And in comes Gordon. Oh, God. We've been talking so long, I forgot how bad he looks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Gordon. Okay, we got a close up of his face. You know what? I'm making that the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. It's just gonna be his face.
339. I'm at 339. Oh, I know what shot you're talking about. Yeah, but oh boy, Gordon looks bad.
I'm just gonna screenshot it now. So
Yeah. Okay. 3 minutes 42. I know the shot. Oh God.
That's the thumbnail, baby.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, I like the close up. I like the close up.
Look at his bottom lip. Look at Gordon's bottom lip.
Yeah.
Like I know that this is just from the way it was modeled. Why does it look like an actual human lip?
It really does.
Like, look at it, like, with all the wrinkles and shit. Ugh.
I like the close up on, I forget what it's called now, but This, like, you know, the rope thing he's using. I can't remember the name now.
His winch.
What?
His winch.
Yeah, his winch. Yeah, I like the close up on it. I don't know if that's actually in the episode. I don't think it is, but it looks nice.
No, they used a different shot, I think.
Yeah, I know they use a different shot, but I don't think they closed up on it. Ew.
Okay, 3 minutes 52. You can really see how thin Gordon's face is. Now, this shot doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look too bad, but yeah, Gordon's face just looks like a pancake more and more.
Right, but like again, his wheels are really close together.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's goofy. His running board, you could like use as a water slide.
You really could. I could see some kids.
Like start at the blue things around his smoke box, then pour some water on it, and then just slide down, and then you get and then you break your spine on his buffer.
Yeah, pretty much.
And slap down onto the rails, and now you're concussed as well.
And then his brakes accidentally slips, and now he just ran you over.
And now he runs over you, so now you're dead. You suffered a Rick and Morty death.
You just got trained.
God damn. Your training is finished.
You just got railed.
That's the best. That's the best one. Yeah. Heave!
Heave! Sits on top of him hat.
Now that's from the original. Okay. 2 minutes 38. Okay, now that it's paused, it doesn't look so remastered. But for like no, wait. No, I think it is. Because you can see like the individual brush strokes on the coupling at 358.
And I went back a little bit. Yep.
So that might be remastered. What? Hey.
Yeah.
Now, this shot of Gordon's Pistons, that's right out of Season 3. We get a couple shots like that in Season 3.
Yeah.
But this is the big giveaway as to these were fully custom models, not because in Season 1, they just took a bunch of Gauge 1 models and, like, ripped their chassis off.
Yeah.
And just use that. So, but again, the area around the wheels is really thick. It looks bad. It looks real bad.
Yeah, Gordon did not look the best in this pilot. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Like they got his overall shape right, but
they got the shape right, but like so much of it just does not look good on him.
It doesn't work. The back of him towards his cab, that looks okay.
Yeah, but like his face just looks so off.
His face is bad. But this shot of his wheels at 4 minutes, that's a big giveaway that these things suck.
Yeah, I wonder if only we could have asked them if they prefer these or the Skarloey ones, like, you know, actually, like in person.
There are crew members that are still around. I think Steve Asquith's still around, and he worked on
Was he in the pilot?
The show pretty much.
Was he involved in the pilot?
I think he was. I'm pretty sure.
We'll find out when we get to the credits. But if he was, we can try to find him and ask him questions.
Yeah, once we get to the credits, I'll take a look. But
yep.
Yeah. All right, Thomas is out. Woo!
Yay!
Okay. 4 minutes 11. Again, we have the weird bottom lip thing, but
with Thomas.
Subtracting that, I swear I've seen this screenshot somewhere before, years and years ago.
You know what's funny? I've seen some people say that same thing too. I've seen this.
I swear to God, I've seen this shot before. See how his face.
This might be a Mandela effect.
It could be, but I don't know. But you can also see how his face is attempting to fall off of his body,
Yeah.
like because it's peeling away at the bottom.
Yeah. It really is.
So yeah, but I swear I've seen this screenshot before.
Also, they used like the same close-up of Goran like 3 separate times in this pilot.
I mean, hey, it's not technically breaking continuity and not necessarily lazy. I don't think, because logically, I think he would be doing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's 11:30. Normally, I'm asleep at this point.
Yeah, you're saying he's
But
probably
we're-
already gone. Now they're talking about like
Yeah.
forming an alliance.
Yep. And a lot, Ali Oxen free.
Alliance.
You help me, and I'll help you. Germany, Italy, and Japan in the 1940s.
Oh wow.
World War II jokes.
You can see how bad Gordon's running on the back.
Gordon looks like just dick. He just looks bad. Yeah, I will say, 4 minutes 40. I think they scaled them slightly better in the pilot than they did in the show, but that's negligible. But you can negate that by the fact that Gordon looks terrible. So
Yeah, Gordon does not look the best in this one. Like
Yeah.
it's still cool they were able to do it. Like it's awesome when we get this, but Gordon did not look.
again, I've watched this 6-7 times.
I think this makes it my 6th time watching it.
Yeah. It's also nice that they got Mike O'Donnell to come back and do the music. I know you haven't, those of you at home haven't heard it, but you've probably watched this a couple of times.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah,
and this is
I recommend
nice.
you. I recommend you watch the pilot. Yeah.
Okay.
Minus all of us talking.
Camera assistant Joan Atwell. Oh, Terry Permain. Okay, so Terry Permain, I think, went to the end, and I think he's still around. I think he's still alive. So Terry Permain was in it from the beginning. Bob Galliers, I think he's still alive. Robert Cardona was involved with this, directed by David Mitton. Okay, nothing from.
I found him. No, wait.
Oh, where?
I think. Look at. Go to 505. I think that's him. Look for production supervisor.
Oh yeah, no, Steve Asquith. Yep. So he was involved from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
So, yep. And one last comment: this Mattel logo kind of goes hard.
It does. Surprisingly go hard. And then in memory of Britt Allcroft.
Yep. Yeah. So, that was the pilot. It's nice that we finally have it. Again, we've gotten, I don't know how much we've gotten out of this, probably a good 45 minutes.
53 in 38 seconds.
Damn! We just recorded most of a podcast.
We basically did.
Yeah.
This
This
is about like a 5-minute video we just talked about for like.
We got an hour out of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We are autistic.
Yeah. Yeah, we really are.
All right. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this special video. I was about to do the Dorkies outro. It's not a Dorkies video.
Yeah, it's not a dorky outro.
Yeah. So that was very, very cool.
Yep.
Maybe you and I could. I think if we do the. Actually, you know what? I'll say this once we end the thing. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was the Thomas pilot. Nice that we finally have it. Tyler, I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Yeah, I think overall it's very nice to see kind of what basically started most of our childhood, like our childhoods, like because like if this pilot didn't succeed in getting people to invest, we probably wouldn't have grown up with Thomas the Tank Engine.
People over here wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like it's just kind of neat to see like the beginning of something that you grew up watching.
Yeah.
I am still very I still remember the day this is like recently. I remember the day we heard the bad news that Britt died.
Yeah.
Cuz I remember
that's,
I was getting something for college set up and I just checked YouTube before I went home and I just see Britt died and I'm like and then I was like cuz I was still tired so I was going to go back to sleep and then I get a message from you saying she died as well. I'm like, "Yeah, I just saw."
Yeah, it was. And it was not on my 2025.
I don't think it was on anybody's.
Yeah.
I had a politician dying. I didn't have Brit dying.
Yeah. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, I really wish we got to meet her. Because it would have been so awesome too.
Right? Yeah. So. Yeah, I think the only person, like the only big name that was involved with season one that's still around is Ringo Starr, like the big headliner, because David's been gone since 2008. He pretty much died right along with the model series of Thomas.
Yeah.
Because season 8 came out in 2008, or season 12 came out in 2008.
I think most of the people. I think out of the season 1 cast, I think only Ringo is mainly one big one alive.
Like the only the big three at the forefront of the promotion. Because obviously Ringo, he's one of the fucking Beatles. People were gonna watch this just because he was part of the fucking Beatles.
Actually, now that I think about it, how many model narrators? Isn't there only 3 model narrators still alive?
Alec Baldwin,
Ringo Starr, and Michael Brandon.
Alec Baldwin, Ringo Starr, Michael Brandon, and technically Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah, I guess technically Pierce Brosnan did do narration, for the Rediscovery, and technically part of season 12. So 4.
I think he did all of season 12, but yeah.
I know. So I mean, we really only have access to very few clips of him actually doing it, though. Sadly.
Yep.
That's still lost media.
That's where we're gonna end the video, folks.
Yep. Well, it probably end here. We've almost went an hour.
Yep. All right. Good to see you, folks.
Yeah, it's been fun. You guys should all like and subscribe or something. Cause why not?
Yeah.
That, and you should all watch the pilot in its full.
Yes, watch the pilot in full without us talking over it. Great.
Exactly. It will take less time.
All right.
Adios.
All right.